What's good people, and welcome to episode 28 of It's Just Not Adding Up. Dating the ghetto. I'm OBO, and over the years I've noticed gay is a scary word for a lot of people, which is wild because it's just gay. But don't worry, I've decided to be your gay coach. Everyone's talking about equality and love, but I don't know, it's just not adding up. Let me preface this by saying this is just my opinion. I know it kind of goes without saying, but I still just wanted to say it. So let's start with meeting the person. There are two factors at play when it comes to approaching a man. That's the where and the how.
I think so.
Let's start with the where. The where is mostly because of comfort, which is why usually meeting guys in a gay-centered environment like a gay club, bar, or app is the safest bet. But when finding a guy attractive in your normal day-to-day errands, it's always that question of whether or not he's gay.
I'm not gay. I don't know where they're getting it from.
So before you even muster the courage to even shoot that shot, you have to then wonder, is he into men? And then on top of that, if he's not into men, could this lead to a dangerous environment for you? And it's weird because it's not just the fear of rejection, it's the possibility of harm, which is also odd because usually when someone shoots their shot, it's a compliment. I think an ignorant straight guy is offended because they're under the assumption that the person who's shooting the shot is calling them feminine, which isn't an insult either, but that's a video for another time. Outside of safety though, there are people who have designated spaces in which they can be queer. So if you're not in one of those designated spots, even if you both like men, the shot still may not go over well. Well, then again, you'll probably get a DM on Instagram, but you didn't hear that from me. Let's talk about the how. So if you meet a guy at a post office or a grocery store, how do you know if he's gay? I personally go by the 3-second, 3-glance rule. So if you look at me for 3 seconds or you glance over at me 3 times, it's going down. 1 time you glance, okay, maybe you were just scoping the room. 2 times, maybe I look familiar. 3, I'm shooting my shot. Drop some of your telltales in the comments. I'm curious. So let's say you met the person in a place, time, and way that's comfortable for both of you. How do you guys exchange information? One thing about me, I'm gonna find some commonality. We can be at the car wash. Oh, I wanted to get that car you're vacuuming. That same car, I think I was gonna get it last year. At the DMV. Whew, these waits here are crazy, right? I know, speaking of waiting, man, you been here long? I know, I can't stand waiting. Like, I would never make you wait, like, if you were to call me. Like, you know, like, if I gave you my number, they're usually like 7 digits, you know. All right, so we met him, we got the number, we're rolling. What are the need to knows during dating? Number 1, intent. What are your intentions? The most complicated and convoluted question of all. I think it can be divided into 4 general categories. Are you trying to Are you looking for friends with benefits? Do you want to be forever boyfriends? Or are you looking to get married, build something? And there's a little wiggle room for the in-betweens. You know, like, I just want to have sex, but I do want to go on dates and I do want to say I love you and all the things, but I don't want to be in a relationship. But, you know, toxic stuff. Number 2, sexual compatibility. Does what I want sexually from you turn you on and vice versa? What's usually an understood activity, well, in straight spaces, is not so much in gay spaces. Sometimes you can't tell by looking at a person. Actually, no times can you tell by looking at a person. And I would really stress, don't undermine the value of sex. I know people want to focus on other things, which is important. I think other things are definitely necessary, but that doesn't mean to undermine the value of being sexually satisfied. And 3, the capacity to date. Are you emotionally available? Do you know what it takes to date? What are those finances talking about? Do you know how to love? Do you know how to be loved? Are you spiritually centered? Are you aware of your trauma? Are you working through your trauma? Do you know how to communicate? Do you know what communication is? Whew. So you shot that shot, you exchanged numbers, you know his intentions, you guys are sexually compatible, and you asked him the tough questions. Now all you gotta do is invite me to the wedding. And I'll see you guys on episode 29. Keep creating space. Peace.